Hello, this tutorial is about setting up your Photoshop interface to look like my Photoshop interface. That way, when I do something, it'll be easier for you to find the window or the particular tool that I'm showing you. So, the first thing we need to do is find Photoshop. On your computer, it might be in your applications folder, unless it's already been moved to your dock. Mine is in my dock. If you're on a PC, I don't know where it is, but find it. In the dock, it lets me know if the Photoshop application is running. To do this, I really need to turn Photoshop off first. The dot under the Photoshop icon in the dock is telling me that Photoshop is on. So I can right-click and quit Photoshop here, or I can just click on the icon, open Photoshop, come up to here where it says Photoshop CC, and quit Photoshop. All right, now we're ready to change the settings file. I'm going to hold down some modifier keys to do this. So I'm going to hold down Shift, Option, and Command on a Mac, and for a PC that would be Shift, Alt, and Control. And I'm going to hold those keys down and go down to the dock and click on the Photoshop icon and let it open. I'm still holding those keys down until I see this dialog box that says Delete the Adobe Photoshop settings file. Yes, I want to do that, and that should bring us to the welcome window. Welcome, Photoshop says to us. There we go. So I'm going to create a new doc, and I'm going to click over here on Print, and just double click this first one that says Letter. And this is the Photoshop interface. This tutorial is not about learning the interface, but just how to set up the interface so that it looks like mine. I'm going to explain in another movie how to, or all about the interface itself. All right, here we go. I'm going to click on this plus green right here just to make it as big as the screen. You can do that or you don't have to. And then we're going to start over here on the toolbar side, and I'm going to click this top one right here, which is the Move tool. And then the Move tool, I'm going to turn off this thing that says Auto Select. I don't want that turned on. The next thing I'm going to do is come down to where this looks like an eyedropper is, click on it, and up here in the options bar, I'm going to change Point Sample to 5 by 5. All right, I'll explain what all this stuff means later. Just do this. Just do it. All right. Over here, I'm going to see where it says Learn. I have Libraries, Learn, and Adjustments tab. I'm going to grab this by the tab, click on it, drag it over here, and then I got a little X right there. If I click on it, it will dismiss that window. And I'm going to do the same thing for Adjustments and the same thing for Libraries. Now, I'm not throwing these windows away. If you want to have any windows or find new windows, they're all listed here. The ones with the check marks next to them are actually the windows that are open currently. But I can get any of those windows back just by going here and saying, click on this, and we'll open a new window. Anyway, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to collapse up this color window by double-clicking the word color. And see how it folds it up like that. Then I'm going to right-click over here, and I'm going to change this to medium thumbnails, and that way it makes my icons a little bit bigger here. Okay, so far so good. Next thing I want to do, and this is what you should have. You should have color, swatches, layers, channels, and paths. Okay, that's all that should be left. To save this workspace, I'm going to come up here to where I see this icon, and just to the right of it there's a little V. If I click on that, I can come down to New Workspace. And if I click on New Workspace, I can give it a unique name. And then I will say Save, and it saves that workspace for me. So now, if I start moving things around and changing the way that my interface looks while I'm working on stuff, even opening new windows, let's open the History, here, Paragraphs window. There we go, I have Paragraphs. I have all this stuff, and if I want to, if I close Photoshop right now and open it again, everything will be right where it is now. But if I want to reset it back to that interface layout that I saved, I just come back out here to that little caret, and I come down here and say Reset Boskill, or whatever you named yours, and it will put everything right back where it was before. So that's kind of cool, huh? All right, stick around, learn some more.